welcome back. It is the Vegas Take, Sharp and Shapiro. You know, we got some great numbers yesterday, and I'm happy to say that you are listening to the highest-rated local talk show in all of Las Vegas, not just in our time slot, in any time slot. So we want to thank you all, the good listeners of Las Vegas, for being a part of our show. We appreciate each and every one of you.
And
so
for those that are listening and wondering if we're going to be in other markets anytime soon, we are working on a deal. We have 30 markets secured so far, and we may be adding more over the next couple of weeks.
That's right. So thank you for making us the number one rated local talk show here in Las Vegas. So if you missed it, Governor Sisolak the other day, you know, he had all these new ordinances put in place, right? You can't play golf, no tennis course, no sporting events, no parks, none of that stuff. A lot of people are upset about that. JD is extremely upset about one of those things on that checklist, and that is the fact that can't get a haircut. You can't have somebody come over and get a haircut. Well, I'll tell you what, JD, we have a very special guest that has decided to come into my apartment and defy the governor's order. That is Hans the Barber. Hans, thank you so much for being here and defying this order. This is very brave of you, Hans. Thank you for being here.
Yes, Brian, as well as JD, and also, of course, Mr. Stein. Hey, you understand that we have to make ends meet in this world right now. It's very difficult. It's very tough for those of us out there that, we basically live paycheck to paycheck, and I am going to take every opportunity that I can. You know, and of course, I've had an opportunity, and I come into this fabulous, very fabulous kitchen that you have here, Mr. Shapiro, Hans, and I see that Mr. J.D. Sharp, he's looking for a professional. He's looking for someone that's very good. He's not looking to go to Great Cuts or maybe to a Super Cuts to get a number 1 or a number 2. He's coming to a professional, and I got the call, and I'm very appreciative.
And I'd like to look like Tom Brady, if that's possible.
Tom,
Hans.
make him look like Tom Brady.
Can you make that happen?
Hans, is your last name Wynn? I'm sorry. I'm just
it's actually it is actually pronounced Vin, and it's Vin, and it's Z. Y and 2 N's on the end, so yes.
All right, so Hans, you're a very brave person to be here. We hope Governor Sisolak doesn't knock down my door. The door's kind of broken anyway. We need someone to fix it anyway, so if the governor's listening, you're more than welcome to. All right, Hans, thank you so much for being here. I'd like you to go to work, sir, and defy the governor's order right now, and I would you understand this is a serious thing, and you could get cited for this or maybe even go to jail. Hans, I want you to do your thing right now. Start cutting J.D. Sharp's hair. It's Hans Vin, ladies and gentlemen. Hans Vin, the barber, getting ready to do some work on J.D. Sharp.
And so I've actually gotten an opportunity to talk to Mr. J.D. Sharp and what exactly he's going to be, what he wants from a haircut. I see the bangs. I see the mullet going down, and I'm about to take advantage of my tremendous skills and my tremendous hairstyling abilities.
Make sure to get the
on
sideburns.
J.D. Sharp here. Yes, he did look like Joe Exotic before I began, but now
you're not touching the sideburns. It's not happening.
Dude, he does have some. I believe he has some nose hairs as well as he's got a nice little. It's not even a Fu Manchu. It's more of a.
Ladies and gentlemen, put down the clippers.
No!
Put down the clippers.
I need to make a living.
Get your hands in the air. Put down the clippers.
Sir,
no.
I am an essential worker. Essentiality is my thing.
If you disobey my order, Steve Sisolak will cuff you himself. Put down the clippers. What is your name, sir?
My name is Hans Wien, and I am a hairdresser supreme.
Hans.
And now I have to call bail bonds. That's no good. That's money out of my pocket.
Put your clippers down. Put your hands in the air. Mr. Sharp, you are also going to be cited for getting... By the way, you're not going to be able to finish your haircut either.
Well,
it's terrible.
In all fairness, officer, I did not exchange any money with Mr. Hans Zinn, so I am off the hook.
Mr. Stein, get me Goodfellas bail bonds number, please.
By the way, this is Metro Police. This was supposed to be a prostitution sting because I'm looking at the outfit that Hans is wearing, and we assumed that you were exchanging sexual favors, but now we're learning you were giving him a haircut.
Don't you have bigger fish to fry? Isn't there some massage parlor you need to hit or something? Come on.
Boy, that was pretty good. See, that was pretty fun. Actually.
That was solid.
That was pretty good. So you have a future in I guess you.
I don't have great impersonation skills, but off the cuff, I can, pull out a just ridiculous.
I really appreciated
accent
the
right
improv there. Honestly, that was very.
Yeah.
You were quick on your feet. Your retorts were solid.
Hans
Yeah,
Vin.
I was impressed.
I didn't stumble over myself, right?
No, not at all.
Hey, but in all seriousness, we're making a little light of the fact of what Sisolak did.
Right, the governor's order.
But with that being said, I mean, do you think something like that? I mean, maybe we're a little over dramatic there, but what is the governor going to do? In all seriousness, guys, is he going? What are police going to follow hairstylists to homes? I mean, what the hell was he thinking? I'm a supporter of Governor Sisolak.
How do you identify the hairstylist? I mean, how do you go about doing that?
Well, a guy that looks like Hans Vin. I don't know.
Do you look at the tax returns?
Look for some.
Do you look for the profession
guy,
of an esthetician
or
someone who works in a salon?
It's a valid question. Look for a guy that's wearing very tight pants, that has a very weird hairstyle himself, that talks like Hans Vin's. You have to profile somebody like that.
Exactly. You have to stereotype the situation.
Yes.
You have to discuerto stereotype the situation.
You have to assume that they are not going
to
to
why
a
is that
supermarket.
okay? And you're willing to do that? You're willing to compromise the civil liberties of someone just to prevent someone from getting a haircut because Steve Sisolak said that I didn't get a haircut in 6 weeks, so we can all wait too?
Well,
does that make sense?
I think,
doesn't make sense to me.
In all seriousness, and Brian, this is something that is done in good faith, right? I think this is expectation of the governor that people are going to adhere to social distancing guidelines. Obviously, there's going to be people are going to slip through the cracks when it comes to business people, and those like Hans Vin
just for the record,
are going to, they're going to end up still being able to maintain their business.
By the way, for the record, this is not a hair clipper. This is Jason Stein's dildo. I just wanted to make that very, very clear. We had to use something
that was very necessary.
We had to use something that made that kind of noise, so Jason had one handy in his bag. So I just want to be honest with everybody. This is not a hair clipper. We used Stein's dildo that was vibrator, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, thank you, Stein, for Stein. How long have you had this thing for?
It's high school.
And I'm good.
You're
by
42
the way,
years old.
To the listeners out there, Brian had that extremely close to your face, and I'm sure that Mr. Stein uses that for some male grooming as well too. So it could be kind of sketchy.
It's tried and true.
Yes,
tried and true.
Mr. Sisolak, we hope you gave a little bit of laugh, but that's how redonkulous some of the orders you put in place the other day. It's completely ridiculous. And
I wouldn't go that far.
It's ridiculous.
It's in good faith, guys. It's not as if he's looking to look. He's not Stalin or some type of leader that's trying to infringe on everybody's rights.
The way that he made
that's what he's doing.
The way that he made, then that's my biggest problem is the way that he made that statement about how he hasn't had a haircut in 6 weeks, and just because he hasn't, all of us can wait for it too. To me, that was very, very over the top. And again, it's not like Nevada is the number 1 or 5 or 10 or even the 20th state with the most cases. There's 2,456 cases in the entire state of Nevada. There's 83 deaths. That's 28th in the country. We're doing an outstanding job of mitigating this virus from spreading. And this is the entertainment capital of the world. Now, the entertainment capital of the world is devoid completely of entertainment. To me, that's...
Well, we all understand that. We all understand the situation that we're in. So, I guess, are you suggesting, JD, that we should be open for business, that we should have our society open up, given what the numbers are here in Nevada?
No,
as opposed to around the country?
I'm not saying that at all.
Well,
I'm saying
it's either or. It's not a discussion of
a one-on-one haircut. The chances of you actually getting the coronavirus from that.
Well,
are extremely
I'm not a
small.
doctor. I'm not a researcher, so I don't know what the odds are. I don't know.
I'll do it based on the population. The population of Nevada is a little over 3 million.
Could you get the coronavirus by getting a haircut, by having having situations like that where you're dealing with people that don't live in your house, right? You don't know where these people have been during the day.
Now, what would make more sense would be, hey, if you're going to give someone a haircut at home, I recommend that you and that person wear a mask. That would make more sense than just banning it entirely. Right. Same thing with golf courses.
And as far as Sisolak, though, quickly, as far as Sisolak getting a haircut, you know what he's doing there? He's portraying himself as the everyman, right? He's saying that, I'm the average guy just like you and girl out there, so that's the kind of the reasoning behind why he went that direction.
All right, so here's what we're going to do when we come back. I asked the callers these questions. What do you think? Well, first of all, JD's haircut, it's just awful. It's halfway done. No, but in all seriousness, what do you think of Governor Sisolak's new, is it even an ordinance? He's putting it into law, basically, that these tennis courts are shut down, the public golf courses are shut down. What do you make of the fact that somebody can't even go to your house and cut your hair, or in Jason Stein's situation, work on in his groin area and shave that? No, but in all, what do you make of that? Do you agree with Steve Sisolak, or do you agree with me and that I just think it's completely and utterly ridiculous? I think Governor Sisolak has taken it too far. So the number to call if you want to be a part of the program, listen, we want to hear from you. You want to hear from the locals. Yeah, I don't care whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I go after Trump all the time. In this situation, I think Governor Sisolak happens to be a Democrat. I think he's wrong. The number to call if you want to be a part of the program is 702-257-5396. Again, that number to call if you want to be a part of this discussion. Agree, disagree with Governor Sisolak, the way he's handled it, particularly the last few days with this new ordinance put into effect. Give us a buzz. 702-257-5396 is the number to call, and I promise I will get to as many of you as possible when we get to the other side of the break. And those of you who are wondering why I didn't get that haircut, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm bald. Again, we'll take a quick break. Be back right after this. Some of your phone calls, 702-257-5396. Be back right after this.